Hi, Erin here. So admittedly, I am struggling. It was a rough day. It was a really rough day. I got home and it was a hard day of work. So I curled up in a warm blanket and I'm really struggling to get energy. But I decided I would like to play with some inks to help snap me out of this mood. And as I was getting ready to start recording, I looked out my window and a car was pulled up in front of my house, and I see a friend get out of the car with a bag, and they didn't ring the doorbell. They didn't knock. But I went to the door and I looked, and on my step was a bag of specialty coffee beans. And it's really nice to be reminded that people care. I'm a very cared for person. How many times, if you've watched my videos, have you heard that I was gifted really thoughtful things? So I'm a very cared for person, and I think it was the perfect moment to be reminded of that. So I have a little bit more pep in my step. So let's do an ink swatch video. So I have kind of a mixture of brands today. I have Colorverse, and this is Colorverse PSC. I have Private Reserve Midnight Blue Fast Dry. I think I was interested in this because of the fast dry. And I am on a quest for a perfect navy. Colorverse Witch by Starlight, and this is the collaboration between Colorverse and Goulet. So I'm really excited about this ink. It's a shimmer ink. So I'll do my standard inks first. Private Reserve Pearlescent Black Silver. Oh, and this one is also a shimmer ink, but do you see that? That's not kind of what I'm used to for a shimmer. It's almost less glitter and more, oh gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. Almost granule? I don't know. That's probably not the word I'm looking for. Oh, and that's really having a hard time unbunching. Oh, there we go. So I have to actually shake it and not roll it. Okay. And then Colorverse Brunch Date. And I just saw this swatched on, it was either Leanne Likes or Karina Loves to Plan, or both. Not sure. So those are the inks I'll be swatching using my Kakimori dip pen. I have a little t-shirt off to the side to wipe it off on. And then I have my Nanami Tomoe River cream paper notebook that I will keep off to the side, and I'll do a swatch for comparison at the end. And then I have the Galen Leather Co. Tomoe River bright white paper. Let me get this opened up. And let me get this ready. Okay. So let's first start with the zoom. And we'll start with Brunch Date. I put the shimmer inks at the end of my row. So we'll jump around brand-wise for a little bit. Bop. All right. So this is the third of my 5 sets of ink samples. Colorverse. Brunch date. Pretty. It's a very interesting color. It's like not pink, not brown, not orange, but don't really know what color it is. But I like it. Oh, I forgot to swatch. Brunch date off to the side. Out of practice. PSC. Pisces, maybe? I don't know. It's interesting. It's almost like a drier ink. So I'm gonna have to get back into brunch date so I can do that other swatch over on the side here. My only struggle with swatches, I feel like I'm wasting the ink, but I have more. Okay, so Private Reserve, Midnight Blue, Fast Dry. Oh, that's lovely. And so this is my first time swatching using Private Reserve ink. So Midnight Blue, and this is a Fast Dry. Do I have any viewers of this video that are lefties? And if so, have you heard of Fast Dry ink, and is that something that you do or you might gravitate towards? Also, do you know the difference between a taut lefty and a natural lefty? So my husband's a lefty. His mom is a lefty. His dad and his sister are righties. And then I am a righty. However, I eat left-handed. I also play hockey left-handed. And I putt left-handed, but play golf right-handed. Let that sink in. So when I first met my now in-laws and we had dinner, they thought I was a lefty because I eat with my left hand. So that's a lot of fun. Ooh. Yum. Oh, that's beautiful. It's very light, like not saturated. It's a dark color, but it's not very saturated. So this is Colorverse. Witch by Starlight. Oh, I got distracted. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so my in-laws thought I was a lefty, and then it's a lot of fun going out to dinner or eating at a new table, because when you have lefties versus righties eating, you have to strategically sit yourself so that everyone's got elbow room. Otherwise, you'll have lefties and righties bumping elbows. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I'll hold it up at the end. Okay, now this one. I'm going to give it a good shake. All right, that's seen most of it. Yep, I think. Oh, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's kind of on the wall of the vial. It's a little streaky there. It got it there. It's very interesting. It's almost like silt, like sand. Private Reserve Pearlescent Black Silver. Oh, just what I thought. This would snap me out of my mood. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Just really quick. You see how that went down in the paper? It's a little blotchy. That's fascinating. All right, Private Reserve. Interesting. I feel like I'm holding the nib the same. Pearlescent. Black. Silver. Ooh, it's feathering like you would not believe. Oh, fascinating. Now, just out of curiosity, sorry, this is out of, let me move this and get it in frame so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, it's going down just as thick on this paper. But it is not feathering. Oh, that is an interesting ink. Okay, it's interesting, but I don't think I like it. I don't know that that is going to cooperate in a pen. And that makes it non-functional. Might be good for art, which I personally do not use ink for, but I'm not sure it's going to be functional for writing. All right, so let's talk about these. We have the Colorverse Brunch Date, which is this kind of corally, dusky, peachy, that might be the word that I'm looking for. Colorverse PSC, Pisces, PSC, not sure if that's short for Pisces. This is really nice, almost like light sage green. It's really pretty. The Private Reserve Midnight Blue Fast Dry. You know, it's a nice like royal blue. I think royal blue is the right way. There's not really shading. There's not sheening. You know, it's a standard ink. Now the Colorverse Witch by Starlight. Do you see that shimmer? Look at that. And so this is, it's a dark blue, and it has kind of a rainbow shimmer to it. And the dark blue does have a little bit of a grayish tone to it. Now the Private Reserve Pearlescent Black Silver. So pretty much went down silver. I mean, that silver shimmer, that which it looks like really fine shimmer. Really like ground really fine. So I understand where the name Pearlescent Black Silver comes from. That's exactly, that just name describes it perfectly. But look at that feathering. So it just, I don't understand it. I've never had an ink do this. So then let's check out the cream Tomoe River paper. So again, you've got the Brunch Date, which has a little bit of shading going on there. I like that. The Colorverse PSC, I do really like that as well. But, you know, not really any shading or sheening. The Midnight Blue, yep. Again, just a standard royal dark blue. The Witch by Starlight has a little bit of shading, and it's got that beautiful shimmer and that grayish blue. That's really lovely. And then the Private Reserve. Now, the camera's picking up a little bit, but you can see there are spots where the shading, the silver, just didn't come through. And so as I put the ink down, it almost like repelled on parts of the paper. But it's not in the shape of fingerprints or anything. So, and then it did have a little bit of feathering here. Not as much as the other one, but a little bit of feathering. So now let's see if I can get a little bit side by side. So looking at it side by side, these are fairly similar. This one's a little bit lighter. Again, fairly similar. Pretty similar. I might say that this is a little bit more saturated or darker. The shimmer showed up a little bit more, but that could just be a byproduct of I swatched this and then I swatched this. You know, with shimmer, it's not consistent. That is what it is. But on the cream paper, it does have a bit more of pooling and some shading in the areas that it pooled versus this Tomoe River paper. And then these swatch is very similar in color, but again, it kind of pooled. It didn't go on consistently in the same manner that it did here. And then lots of feathering here, not a whole lot here. Sorry, Private Reserve. I think your Pearlescent Black Silver is a big old fail for me. Not gonna work, but these are my inks for today. I thank you for watching, and I believe I have 2 more sets of the samples from Goulet Pen. So I will continue to roll those out, and I hope that you are enjoying watching these videos. Thanks.